yourself started off?
Thank you, Ms. McDonald. Thank you for having me here. Again, like you said, my name is Harold Hardnett. I was born and raised in Southwest Atlanta, Holy Family Hospital. Native, been here all my life. My roots are here. I'm a fifth generation HARDNETT. My family's had an elementary school, HARDNETT Elementary School back in the 50s and 60s. We also had an ice cream shop named after us in Adamsville. We've also had a couple of grocery stores. That's my family. I've been an entrepreneur over 25 years. I bought my first house at 20 years old while I was still a college student at Marsh Brown College. Like I said, I've been at Marsh Brown College. Was when I bought my first house, and I started my business then. And I've been an entrepreneur for over 25 years. I went to Walter Elementary School, Frederick Douglass High School, Marsh Brown.
You say Frederick Douglass. What is the significance of Frederick Douglass High School?
Let me tell you. Right.
I'm not a native Atlanta.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah,
Well, in Atlanta.
And a lot of us who are moving into the area, we're not native. So
right. And well, I mean, a lot of times it's a big rivalry for high schools here in Atlanta, especially between Doug and Mays. Because right now on the city council or people running, you had Michael Bond went to Douglass, Keisha Lance Bottoms went to Douglass, I attended Douglass, Andre Dickens attended Mays, Caesar Mitchell attended Mays.
So it's like a local thing, okay? Yeah. So it doesn't mean much to us out of towners.
Right, yeah, but it's something big. It's something big in Atlanta. It's something big in Atlanta. I mean, it's Douglass and Mays. Well, yeah, but Douglass and Mays is a big robbery. I mean, because pretty much the who's who of the city kids went to either Douglass and Mays.
So tell us about your business. So, okay.
My business consists of a commercial cleaning company, rental properties, 3 rental properties, and 20 vending machines.
What does that mean to us as citizens?
My business?
In terms of how your business experience will translate into what you can do for the community.
Well, I'm a good negotiator. I have good negotiating skills. I've done things for the community. The people that I've hired have mainly lived in my community. I've hired veterans. I've hired more women, a lot of women. I've hired, like I said, veterans, women, and I've hired people, and I do things in my community, and I give back in my community because it's the community that raised me and made me the man I am today. So, for instance, like when I do certain things with my foundation, HARDNETT Scholarship Foundation, the things I do is I give scholarships to inner city students, Thurl, Mays, Douglass, and Washington High Schools. Those are the schools in Southwest Atlanta. That's my area, and that's my way. I feel like giving back because I've been so successful in what I've done in life, and this community had a lot to do with it because of raising me, the support they've given me, and things of that nature. So that's really helped me a lot.
Okay, so I'm going to segue into, I have a list of questions.
Okay, go ahead.
What you said already touched in the questions that I had. Why are you even choosing, okay, you have your business, you have your life, you have whatever.
Right.
Why are you even bothering with this position? Like, what's motivating you to even run for this position?
Because I want to give back to my community and make this in Southwest Atlanta and District 11 the best that it can be. Mm-hmm. I feel that I can do things to help make my community better and bring it back to the way it used to be. For instance, Campbellton Road. Mm-hmm. Campbellton Road once had 4 new car dealerships. A Ponderosa, Red Lobster, Delta Airlines.
Really?
Yeah, Delta Airlines headquarters was once on Campbellton Road. And it used to be a strip. It used to be a go-to hangout on Friday, Saturday nights. And with so many things over there, it generated so much money for the community. It brought so much money over here. And I remember those days. With me being a native from here, I remember those days. And I want to bring those days back to the glory. You may.
Southwest Atlanta, everyone was the place where all the black elites are.
Okay.
Casting Heights, listen, I bought my house 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I've seen, because I bought my house because I was like, okay, fine, redevelopment is coming.
That's fine.
But over the past 25, 30 years, it looks like things have really gone downhill. Like, do you have an idea of why that is? Despite the fact that we have so many black elites and we're supposed to be so
Well, one of the problems that I can tell you that I've known, that I see, is this was the area where, you know, you had Reverend James Orange, Joseph Lowry, Aaron Turpo lives over here, Hank Aaron, all of those people. And with a lot of those people, where we all grew up inner city. See, that's what I'm saying. With Douglas Mays, this was the area where everybody went to Douglas Mays, or they even went to Thurl as well. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. And what it is as a parent, as time grew and families got older and the kids grow, because of affirmative action, all of us were able to, well, not me, but a lot of other kids were able to pick up and move to other areas of the city, like Norcross, Lawrenceville, Stockbridge, McDonough. So everybody didn't concentrate here in the inner city anymore. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of them don't want to live, the kids don't want to live back in this area anymore. And so with the families getting old and the parents getting older, as they die off, the houses are left vacant. And that's why we now have some blight in our area.
So what's the plan for the blight?
Well, as you know, since you've been working on things with Westgate, blight is not an easy thing, and it isn't something that's going to take 6 months to a year to happen. Mm-hmm. What I want to do, that is one of my platforms. My platform is economic development, public safety, and blight. So your platform is what is it? Economic development, public safety, and blight. Okay. Now with blight, we're going to come back with that. We're going to keep you accountable. That's fine. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. Okay. But what I want to do with blight is, if a landlord or homeowner has a property that's run down, mm-hmm. and the city has to use their resources in order to beautify, cut the grass, fix the gutter, or whatever happens, whatever price it costs the city, put a lien on that house. So before that homeowner can sell that house to get money for it, all the liens from the city have to be paid off. Because I don't feel like it should be the city's responsibility to keep that property up. But even though a lot of them won't touch it, and the city has to do a lot of them. Like for instance, like I was on the Atlanta Planning Advisory Board, Public Safety Committee Chairman, so I dealt with a lot of code enforcement and blight already before I even started running. So not too long ago, Bunnybrook neighborhood gave me a call and said they have a house over there. It's a yellow house that was run down, grass was uncut and things like that, shrubbery. So I got in touch with code enforcement, went over there. He saw the house. We made a statement for it. And he got over there and got things taken care of. The grass was cut, shrubbery was cut down, decor was taken care of. So, and the house is brought back up to standards. Because see, what blight does is blight brings crime into a community. Mm-hmm. Now that's on my public safety. Right, because if a house is run down, it can be a drug stash house, a drug house, or a prostitution house. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you have things like that, and with those elements coming around, those elements create crime, because that is crime in the first place. Mm-hmm. So and that's one thing I want to end. And blighted property also brings down the property value of a house, mm-hmm. and it brings down the property value of a neighborhood. And that's one thing I don't want in my community. I want the value to be as good as it can be.
Safety. I've heard about this but go ahead, talk about safety. What's your plan for safety?
All right, public safety. Well, I've already been working now past year with Major Griffin and Captain Mason with APD Zone 4 Community Liaison for Atlanta APD. Now let me explain to you what that is, because a lot of people took it. Right. Well, I mean, somebody said to me, well, but there's still a lot of crime even with your liaison position. Okay, a community liaison, APD, what I do is I bridge the gap and make the relationship between the police and the community better. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. We still recording? Yeah. Okay. Last time I went through this whole hour and it wasn't recorded. So I'm back.
Thank you for going through this. I'm so embarrassed.
No problem. I have no problem doing it again. And what I've done is one thing that I'm proud of is that I bridged the gap between the community and Atlanta Police Department. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, Loch Lomond and Greenbrier Acres haven't been too long been annexed into the city of Atlanta, mm-hmm. to our district. All right. They were having a couple of issues over there. They wanted to meet with Major Griffin. They couldn't get in touch with him, and so a couple of people from that community gave me a call. And I said, okay, well, we know you community liaison, so we help us out here. I said, okay, I'm fine. I said, but now let me assure you that I'm not the council person. They said, well, we know that, but we were told that you were the person to call. I said, okay. So they called me within that week. I had a safety meeting set up with Major Griffin, Lieutenant Dorian Graham, and the people of Loch Lomond and Greenbrier Acres. and we went over things and got a lot of things off our chest and straightened out. And I even invited Atlanta Public School District 6 Representative Ishay Collins, because I told her I needed her to set the record straight on some stuff, because I needed her to set the record straight on some stuff, because a lot of people think that a lot of kids that are what they're doing at Atlanta movie theater, movies ATL, are kids from Thurl High School, and a lot of the kids not from Thurl High School. That's one thing I found out. There's a lot of kids from different areas. I mean, Major Griffin and the rest of his group and police officers have made arrests from kids as far away as McDonough and Ellenwood, and they live nowhere near Southwest Atlanta. But they come over here, do their dirt, and then they go back home. And that's what I don't want. I don't want you coming to my community. Why you want to come to my community to mess my community up, then go back to your nice, safe, your nice, peaceful community? No, you're not going to come over here and do that in my backyard. Okay. That's not going to happen. So no, I want to make sure I put in legislation and policies and make sure things are better for my community. Get more police in this area, more foot patrol over here, and more community involvement within the police department.
Okay. So you talked about the things that you want to do.
Correct.
Now, you're, I guess, a first-term city council person.
But this will be my first time with city council, but this won't be. I'm not new down to City Hall.
Okay. Yeah. So that was going to be my question, because you're going to be, rumbling with people for money and influence and so forth. You have what it takes to protect and represent our district and make sure that we get our fair share.
I will fight, scratch, bite, claw, whatever I have to do to make sure that District 11 gets what it needs and what it's supposed to have.
Okay. Do you have any kind of evidence to show that perhaps you have experience in that? Because we hear a lot of I will. It's typical politics. I work down with the boards that I'm on. I work with the politicians down there as well. Mm-hmm. Like right now, Andre Dickens is over the public safety committee. Mm-hmm. I work with him on several things. Mm-hmm. I mean, is so responsible.
They are. I mean, he has a good crew. He has Ali is a good guy. I mean, he has a lot of things, and I'm real good.
You put me in touch with Major Griffin.
Right. I told you to call Andre. I told you to call Andre. Because you came to me and you asked me you needed to talk to somebody about Westgate, and you said you couldn't get in touch with nobody. Mm-hmm. I said I have somebody that I could have you talk to. You said who? I said my friend Andre Dickens. He's a city post 3 at large. You said okay, get in touch with me. Bam, you got in touch with him right there.
I spoke with Ali
Carter. That's
and he put me in touch with Major Griffin, and I got all this information, which I will upload on a separate podcast. So stay tuned.
Right. So and that's what I'm saying. I have a good relationship with Andre Dickens. I have a good relationship now. Post 2 at large, Matt Westmoreland from when he was on the school board. Michael Bond. I have a good relationship with Andrew Boone. I have a good relationship with even if it's Dustin Hillis or Kwame Abernathy that gets District 9. I know both of them real well. I got a good relationship with I know Alex Wan. I got a relationship with Felicia Moore. I have it won't be no problem for me to get in there and have good relationships and work with the other council people to get things done that we need to get done. Because they already know me, because I've already been down there and they already know the things that I'm already doing in the community.
Right. Got you. Okay, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Your first 3 priorities as soon as you take office.
Well, first, when I get down there, I want to see what we have on the books for District 11. Mm-hmm. And
what do you have on the books? What do you mean?
What's going on in District 11? What's set up for what the District 11 is supposed to receive and things like that from the city. Mm-hmm. What's going on with what's going on with the council, with the city, and things like that. I'll review all the notes and things like that. But one thing I will do, and I'll make sure that phone calls and emails that are made to my district, I will make sure that my staff returns them. Let me tell you the 3 questions that I am asked the most since I've been running for office. Mm-hmm. Number 1, okay, if you get in and we call you and leave a message or leave an email, will you respond and return the call or email? Yes, I will. That will be done. I do that now as community liaison because I have a lot of people that are call. I get 15 to 20 calls a week already for different things. And one thing I tell them is, okay, I'll get with Major Griffin and talk the things over. I said, and I'll follow back up with you. I said, but now me being in the position that I'm in, it's only so much that I can do. So I want to make sure that you're taken care of now, and I do follow up. I do that. So everybody that's called me, I have returned a phone call and I follow up with them.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that was another thing that's important to me, actually, because one of my huge problems with your predecessor is that for the past year I have not been able to get her on the phone, and I attended an NPR meeting, and I guess whatever staff person she had came all proudly pronouncing, oh yeah, Westgate is going to be in court tomorrow. They go to court tomorrow, and they're fined $1,000 for one violation. And when I look at the violation, I'm like, have you been to the building? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Okay, but everyone knows I'm obsessed with Westgate.
Okay.
But let's move on for that. But
well, now, I'm not gonna sit here and throw. I'm not gonna throw under the bus or anything like that. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me.
I'm going on me. My point is, what plans do you have in what plans do you have in mind to keep the community informed, involved?
Okay.
But also to enable us to have a voice in what you do and what you advocate, et cetera, et cetera. There needs to be a reciprocal communicative situation.
I want to have a website.
Okay.
District 11 website.
Okay.
All right, and what things that I do that week, because I want to be very transparent of everything that I do. So everything that I do, I'm going to post it on that. I'm going to have it posted on that website for things that District 11 did for that week.
Yeah, you know that. You have this on record. We're going to hold you to it.
That's fine. I'm going to have a website. I'm going to have a website. So, I mean, people can look on there and read the responses and see what we're doing, things of that nature. And I want to hold a quarterly meeting with the leaders of the community. More so NPU chairs and things of that nature. Quarterly meeting where we can sit down and talk things over community, what the community needs, what we need to work on, what we need to go through and things like that.
When you say leaders of the community, who are these leaders?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be. I'm not exactly sure on who all I'm gonna pick, but right now it's gonna definitely be the chairmen of the NPUs. And it may be presidents of community organizations, like communities like Bonnybrook, Continental Colony, or something like that.
Don't forget
North Valley. Well, I won't forget you all too. No, but I mean, I want to have that quarterly. I want to have open communication, open door policy where people can talk to me and things of that nature. Now, if you pop up at City Hall and I'm in a meeting or something like that, then I might not be able to meet with you. But more than likely, you leave your name and number, we'll get back in touch with you. But I want to be open. I want to be transparent. I want to have an open door policy because I'm not a politician. I'm a servant to my people. That's what I am. I work for you all. You all elected me into the office. That's why I'm in the office.
What about some kind of like open forum or?
Well, I mean that too. That too.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of different things I want to do, but a website is definitely one where people can log in and see, what's going on, things like that. But over time, as things come up, we'll put things in place to make sure that I listen to the people in the community and we have a voice on what's going on.
Right, got you. Okay, I have one or two other questions from other folks in the community that I reached out to. Okay, so what's your greatest achievement while serving Zone 4 and the police liaison?
Making a relationship between the police and the community better. If you when I took over in January, if you remember, there was a lot of killings of unarmed black men and unarmed African Americans. And even though it wasn't here in Atlanta, it's still tension, in the air from the police department. And that's the reason why when Major Griffin first took over Zone 4 in January, he went around asking people different questions and about who's the person to listen to and stuff like that go to. And he said he kept hearing my name. And so that's the reason why he set up a lunch with me. We sat down, we had lunch. He asked me to be his community liaison. bring him out to the community, introduce him to more people because he knew that I had already been out there because he kept hearing my name. And so we've had meetings where we've gone to just about every community meeting that has been held in this district. Now, we haven't gone to all of them, but we've gone to majority of them, I would say 90% of them. And a lot of things from there, if people need anything, he's told them, okay, well, get in touch with HARDNETT, get in touch with me because I'm not always available, but he'll get me. And so when people needed things, that's the reason why I'm getting 15 to 20 calls a week on certain things, and that's the reason why I send it over to Major Griffin, and then we handle the situation from there. So that I would say that is probably my best accomplishment is binding the citizens and the police department better even more. And that is one of the reasons why IBPO, the police union, has endorsed me as their candidate for District 11.
Okay. My last question.
Well, the police union, IBPO police union, they've endorsed me.
It's supposed to be 3 last questions before, but okay, last question.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have said on in other discussions, I bought my house 10 years ago.
Okay.
It looked like it did. Hamilton Road looked like it did. I looked at my parents' neighborhood over the past 10 years, and their city has been completely transformed. And I came on, I literally went overseas, and I came on and I said, I can't wait to see how, my town has changed.
Exactly.
And Westgate looked exactly the same. Council looked exactly the same. So, what's your plan for that? Because I'm not going to give this city any more than another 10 years.
Okay, my economic development plan is I want to bring a hospital back to this area. Because I'm the only candidate in the race that was born and raised in Southwest Atlanta.
I'm sorry, pause. I spoke with a previous candidate, and they said, well, it's not really in the power of, like a city council person to
Okay. Well, it's not one person, but there's no I in team. You have to have a team that works all together.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I can put on the table, suggest, and we go from there to try to bring it to our area.
Okay.
I mean, if I get with my other colleagues, the other city council people, as well as the mayor, there's something we can put into place to make it, to work it. And it won't just be just one council person, myself, or something that major that will make it happen, but we can all work together to get it. And I wonder why that person did not understand that. But the other person thought that only one person said they were going to do it by themselves. That don't make no sense. But anyway, also I want to bring mixed use development to this area. I don't feel like we should always have to go to Buckhead or go to the Vinings or someplace or places like that in order to get good food and get good shopping. We should have that right in our own community. We make the income over here where we can sustain that, things like that. That's one of the things we should have, and that's what I'm saying. That's, the Campbellton corridor and things like that. That's what I want to bring back to this area. Make Campbellton Road good again.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it takes a team. It takes community development. It
right.
takes an engaged city council person. I could see even prior to my finding out that you were running that you were indeed engaged and you had the right connections and relationships. So, okay, so we'll just see.
Politically, I'm well connected in this city. Okay. Have been, for years. Okay. Been ripping and running for years, doing what I have to do. Okay. I mean, this is my area. This is my home. This is where I live. This is where I'm from. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here.
I did note that there were multiple politicians from this area who they went to City Hall, and our area still got screwed. Yeah. And they were saying, I'm from Southwest Atlanta.
Well, I can't speak for them. Right. I can speak for Harold HARDNETT.
Because to you, okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to try my best to do what I can do to make my community the best that it can be.
Yes, I appreciate that.
That's the reason why I push so much for Southwest Atlanta and not Buckhead. I don't live in Buckhead. Mm-hmm. I mean, because that's one thing I heard from citizens and constituents down here. Don't go running to Buckhead for everything. Stay right here in Southwest Atlanta. That's what they like. They're like, 'cause we don't live in Buckhead. Okay. Yeah. So I understand what they're saying. Buckhead is 20 miles from us. We're right here in the Swats, Southwest Atlanta.
Oh, very good. So, is there anything else you want to say before I end this?
I want to just make sure that this time you recorded it, because last time I was here for an hour, and after the hour was over, you found out you wasn't recording. No, I just want to say to my constituents, my citizens that I'm Harold Hardnett, born and raised here. I love my community. I love everything about Southwest Atlanta. This is me. This is what I'm about. I love this area. I'm gonna give it all I'm gonna give it all I have. Do whatever I have to do to make it the best that it can be. And all I ask you to do is stick with me, vote for me, and let's walk together. I can't do it by myself. It takes a team of people, and it takes my community, and it takes the citizens, my colleagues on the council board.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and folks, we were going to be part of the whole accountability situation with keeping him, on track with what he has promised us, but also keeping him all, up to date on the information and everything. It's accountability, but we also have to hold ourselves accountable. I'm new to the whole community engagement thing, but I think this is a good first step to,
one thing I tell people is one person asked me, well, if we have trash and dirt over here. Okay, what we have to do is, I'll get with the sanitation department and make sure we get it cleaned up. But we have to do our own part as well. We can't throw trash down there and complain about it being dirty. We have to put our own trash in the proper receptacles. The Herbie Curry. Exactly. I mean, you can't put everything on the city. You have to do your own part as well. You do your part, I do my part. We'll make this community much better.
And it's the same thing with crime. It's kind of like, he's been liaison, but crime is still up. What? So you think one cat is gonna?
Okay, and that's why I said that. Crime is still up on community liaison. I'm not a criminologist.
Right.
I'm not a sworn peace officer. That wasn't my thing. Is to stop crime. My thing was to make the relationship between the police and the community better, and that way we could work together to work on making crime better. I mean, I can be a community liaison and I'm not even a sworn police officer and then stop crime.
Yeah, I see that. And that goes from the local to the regional to the national level.
Exactly.
In terms of who we elect into office. Thank you very much, Mr. Hardy.
And one other thing I want to say about crime too is that's another thing. Just like trash, we have to do our part as well. Don't leave your laptop or your cell phone on your seat. Because when we get over here in Zone 4, we don't have a lot of hardcore crime. Our crime is a lot of crime of opportunity. Carjacking, breaking in the windows, breaking in cars and things like that. And what is the main reason why they're able to do that? Crime of opportunity. Because people leave things out in the open where they can see them. And that's the number one thing that they do. And I've even asked, being with Major Griffin, I've even asked some of the young men, why'd you do it? He said, well, I walked by the car and I had a laptop sitting right there on the seat. So his main reason was like, okay, I just saw a laptop, so that was my crime of opportunity. It isn't like they're planning out to go in and hit these number of calls a day. No, it's just crime of opportunity. They see something right there and they get it. So that's another thing, we have to do our part to make sure we can lessen crime by putting things up and not having things in place, where people won't be able to break into them and steal things in the first place.
I think I saw in a next door post that apparently an officer recommended that it's better to leave your cars unlocked than to lock it and hide your things because people will break your windows and cheaper.
Everybody has their own say of what they feel they should do. Everybody has their own say. So me, I don't necessarily say leave your cars unlocked. I don't. But that's his thought. That's his thought pattern. This is my thought pattern. Everybody has their own thought pattern. My thing is don't leave things out visible where people can see them. That gives them even more opportunity. Oh, there's a laptop. There's a cell phone. And especially the new iPhone, Apple i8 is $1,000. Yeah.
Well, I'm an Android.
Really, even with the money I make, I'm not paying $1,000. But to each his own. It depends on what they want. It depends on what they want.
Android till I die. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Hardnett.
No problem.
It actually recorded this time. Let me stop your recording.
That's good.
Wait, hold on. Where's the thing?
I'm always accessible. So many people in the neighborhood already have my email address and my phone number because I'm a community liaison.
And that's fine.
So my number isn't changing. My number isn't going anywhere. So if you need to get in touch with me, you'll be able to get in touch with me. That'll be no problem.
There we go.
Ask Ruby Dallas.
There we go.